A major clash has broken out between Switzerland and European Union. Switzerland has been kicked out of a major EU organization responsible for planning Europe's scientific infrastructure needs. By doing so, EU has shot itself in the foot. Hi and welcome. You're watching India's World. We discuss geopolitics here. Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for more interesting videos. The EU has ejected Switzerland from European Strategy Forum on Research Infrastructures or ESFRI, citing that it was not a member of Horizon Europe, which is EU's research and innovation program. Under ESFRI rules, members must be EU states associated to Horizon, but association talks between Bern and Brussels have not even started due to a stalemate over their wider political relationship. It must be noted that Switzerland is not a part of the EU. Instead, its relations are governed by hundreds of bilateral treaties. As per media reports, EU's decision to kick out Switzerland from the research body has angered the Swiss government and scientists. Hans Rudolf Ott from Swiss Academy of Sciences called the expulsion unreasonable. Now let me tell you how EU has landed itself in hot soup by locking horns with Bern. Switzerland hosts one of the world's largest scientific infrastructures, the European Organization for Nuclear Research or CERN in Geneva. Switzerland is heavily integrated in the European research infrastructure's landscape. It is also an active member of organizations such as the European Space Agency, the European Southern Observatory, and the European Molecular Biology Laboratory. So, as far as EU's research and innovation department is concerned, it is set to lose an arm and a leg by being in bad terms with the Swiss authorities. Experts from EU say that Switzerland is a difficult country to deal with, especially because the country is not a part of the EU. As previously mentioned, the ties between EU and Switzerland are governed by hundreds of treaties, and Bern is infamous for overturning these treaties at the last moment, thus frustrating policymakers in Brussels. For instance, in 2016, a major treaty that covered many topics as well as revisions to Schengen rules on immigration was overturned in a referendum. So, EU institutions have gotten fed up with a country which negotiates, stalls, delays, and tries to come out with the best possible deal. And when an agreement is reached, a referendum stops everything for good. For EU, it is a difficult balancing act. The other point of contention between the two parties is the question of Russia. India's World last month had reported that trade ties between Switzerland and Russia had grown deeper since the Russia-Ukraine war broke out. Swiss exports to Russia rose by 19%, while imports increased by a whopping 54%. The sizable increase in imports is dominated by gold, which is, by the way, subject to specific Swiss sanctions, at least on paper. In November, 6.4 tons of gold worth $370 million arrived from Russia, which was then snapped up by a mysterious buyer. It is believed that much Russian gold entered Switzerland via third countries such as UAE, which makes it harder to police. You see, there are a lot of frictions in the EU-Swiss ties, and now the things are only going to escalate from here on. What do you think? Will this recent breakout of clash between EU and Switzerland help Russia in one way or other? I'll see you in the comment box.
India's World, telling the right side of the story.